Hi, it's Bella Flavor from AriesFireandCo.com. I'm doing a moon sign series. So we're doing Gemini now, Moon and Gemini. But before I get to that, I want to say you have to look at your whole birth chart, not just your moon sign or your sun sign. As you're not just that one thing. And you have to look at the aspects in the birth chart. The whole birth chart, what's aspect in the moon that can make a difference in what I say in this video a little bit, because you could be more or less what I say or something, a little bit, more intense or more aggressive or less of that, much more calm than this video says you are or whatever. So yeah, your what is in your whole birth chart, not just the moon sign. So the moon is your emotions, and it's nurturing side of you, the irrational side of you. It's what you want to feel safe. What makes you feel safe. It's when you're faced with a situation, it's how you react to that in an emotional way. And it's also your mother growing up, your mother figure, how she was towards you. And for the moon sign, sun and moon, you are either your sun sign more if you're born during the day when it's sunny and bright outside. That's your sun sign. That's when you're the more rational side of you is more dominant. But when you're born at night, or after it gets dark, you're your moon sign more. So if you're your moon sign more, people are gonna notice your moon more than your sun. I mean, not more than it. I mean, just quicker. We'll notice your moon sign quicker. But if you're your sun sign more, it'll take longer to notice your moon sign. So just wanted to let you know about that. So Gemini, Moon and Gemini, or any Gemini, is ruled by Mercury. Its opposite is Sagittarius. Its what's the word? The modality is mutable, so it's changeable energy. So Moon and Gemini, Gemini is the twins. So one day they can be this way, one day they can be a different way, and some people have more than two personalities. A Gemini personality. Some people I know, Moon and Gemini. I know this one person, their moon is in Gemini, and they have like 5 different personalities going on, not just 2. So Moon and Geminis get bored easily. So they want to keep busy with something so they don't get bored. But they are ruled by Mercury, which is all about communicating. So they are the sign to want to talk about their emotions and talk about what's going on. They love talking and talking and talking. Gemini is, all about talking and communicating, and very intellectual. So they really want to talk about something. If something, makes them emotional, they want to talk through it and, figure it out, and figure out what happened, and want the other person to know how they feel, and want to know how the other person feels. They don't want to keep quiet about it, and keep it bottled up inside. That will bug them if they can't talk about their day, or what upset them or what makes them happy too. And their moons always are changing. One minute they'll be sad, or one minute they'll be happy and excited, and whatever. It's never gonna stay the same with them. Um, but in relationships, a moon in Gemini is really independent once there's space. And they are very witty. They very intellectual, think a lot. So they're witty with their emotions is how it's witty, and not Mars or sun sign or whatever. So they'll react in a witty way to you with their emotions. Sometimes they like analyzing things. They're good at with the intellectual part of analyzing things. Thinking about stuff and thinking about facts and what you've told them, and in emotional situations they would be slow to react. They'll think more first about what's going on. They're not gonna blow up at you. They'll think about it and think of what to say or not say or whatever. And their mother growing up, or the mother figure, would have been a really intellectual person, would have been an intelligent person probably, and would have, probably wanted to their moon and Gemini child to, have that, so they probably talked to them a lot, and told them about stuff and communicated with them really well and taught them how to be all these things I said, think intellectually, which Gemini does naturally, of course, but their mother growing up would have been kind of a person that talks a lot and, is really a big communicator. And they, with their intellectual thinking and when they are faced with a situation that can make them emotional, what they do with their feelings is they think more about it. They're not gonna feel as much as a water sign, moon sign would. They don't feel as much as they think. So that's a moon in Gemini. So I'm doing moon in Cancer next, so stay tuned for that video.